Hello and welcome to a brand new career mode series here at Freestyle FC. I've always wanted to do career mode with Toronto FC. However, I've never been interested in playing in the MLS. Between the lack of a Continental Cup competition as well as the playoff format, I've always shied away from starting career mode in the MLS. That being said, I think I've come up with an interesting and exciting new series. Since the Copa Libertadores is playable in career mode, I've decided to take Toronto FC and 8 of the top rated MLS teams and move them into the Argentinian League, replacing their lowest 9 rated teams. What I hope this will achieve is a fun, competitive, and balanced league that gives us the unique opportunity to play in the Champions League of Americas sort of competition. In this video, I'll be starting the career mode and prepping the team to get ready for our first games, which will be played on Twitch over at twitch.tv/freestyle. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, let's get our career mode started. First things first, we've got to create a new manager, and all right, so there we have it. Our new manager is ready. Maximilian Trudeau, looking quite dapper, if I do say so myself. We're going to do an authentic club. Now here is where it gets very time consuming as we try to find the right teams to fill each squad. So the first thing we do, we go to the Argentinian League. As you can see, there's quite a number of teams here. A few 1.5 stars, a few 3.5 stars. The big teams being, of course, Boca Juniors and whatnot. All about 4 stars, I think, is where the peak in this league is. So let's start with the obvious choice, Toronto FC. Here we go. Swap in Toronto FC. Now, what we want to do is remove any team that is below 3 stars, replacing them with a team that is 3 stars or higher from the MLS to try and build a very competitive league where Toronto FC is likely the weakest team. All right, this is what our league looks like right now. Argentinos Juniors, Boca Juniors, Central Cordoba, 3 stars, we left them in. Charlotte FC, I believe, is an expansion team founded in 2021. I thought it'd be fun to bring them in. Cologne, DC United is one of the original teams from MLS, so I figured why not include them. As you can see, most of the teams are 3 stars or higher. Inter Miami, because obviously I brought in both LA Galaxy and LAFC. Both of these teams have great history in the MLS, but LAFC is also one of the highest rated teams in the league. New York City, just because you got to have a city team in there, I guess. I don't know. Philadelphia Union is the other 3.5 star team in the MLS. Seattle Sounders have won very recently, so I figured why not bring them in. And then we've got Toronto FC. Finally, Vélez Sarsfield rounding out the league. So pretty decent batch of teams, I think. Pretty competitive, should keep the league very fun. So let's go ahead and pick Toronto FC. One thing I'll note is that the transfer budget for the MLS teams seems to be much higher than what is available in Argentina. Now, I can't do much about the other teams, but for Toronto FC, I'll try to nuke the budget a little bit and kind of bring it in line with, let's say, River Plate's 22 million. Most of these teams are in that 15 to 20 million. So I'll bring it to about 15 million is what I'll try to do. I think that's a pretty fair place to start. All right, we've got the stadium looking the way we want. Found a stadium that's roughly the size of BMO Field in Toronto, which is about 30,000 people. Match difficulty, I use Ultimate. We use the Operation Sports sliders to even things out. So Ultimate, Operation Sports sliders. 6-minute half dollars. We'll do, actually what I will do is I'll disable this one in the first season so that Toronto FC do not qualify for it. And I actually have to qualify for these tournaments. So if I disable in the first season, second season, we'll actually need to qualify for it. Transfer window enabled. I don't want international jobs, strict negotiations, no financial takeover. Let's go. All right, here we are. Day 1 in our brand new career mode. I will take care of a few minor things. First, let's take a quick look at the squad. It's a pretty decent team. Insigne and Bernardeschi, obviously the best players on the team. The defending looks kind of horrible. The goalkeeper situation seems like it's a problem. But we're going to build this squad around Lorenzo Insigne. and I'm going to try and bring in his brother. If I can get Lorenzo Insigne and Roberto Insigne as my 2 strikers, I think I'll be super happy. First things first, I'm going to change the formation. I don't like the 4-4-1-1. I'm going to try something a little different. I think to start this career mode, I'm going to try this formation, the 4-1-2-1-2, narrow. I like to have as many people in the middle of the field as possible. I'm not too worried about having wingers and anything like that, and I do enjoy having 2 strikers. As for our tactics, pretty straightforward. Pressure on heavy touch, keep everything kind of standard and balanced the rest of the way. A little bit wider on offense, but nothing crazy. I like to have a lot of players in the box. Corners, same deal. Free kicks, keep it as minimal as possible. Insigne is pretty much our man. He'll be doing everything. So in terms of instructions, we don't do anything crazy. Our 1 striker, we like to put get in behind. Insigne, more in a false 9 role. Our central attacking midfielder gets into the box. Everything else kind of general. Our more defensive center midfielder is going to be asked to get forward, but other than that, play it balanced out. Osorio is going to be our second center midfielder that is a bit more attacking, so we'll get him to get into the box. Bradley just kind of sits back. The main difference I do for our central defensive midfielders is I want him covering the center of the field while the center mids take care of the wings. As for our back 4, everybody kind of just staying back and conservative interceptions. I do this so that they hold their line better and they don't get out of position as much. And goalkeeper, super keeper coming for crosses. Nothing out of this world, nothing crazy. I think this is a pretty decent way to start, and then we can build from there. All right, one more thing to address before the end of this video is this giant $35 million current budget. As I mentioned, I will be trimming this budget down to more in the $20 million range so that it's a bit more in line with what some of the other Argentinian teams have. I think both River Plate and Boca Juniors are above 20 million. So I think if I go to 20, I'm good, which means about 15 million I have to burn. Here's an easy way to do that. What you do is you go to your scouts. These guys are in transit. I can't fire them, but I've got 3 empty slots here. You hire a scout. You take the most expensive guy. You do that 3 times in a row. You hire them, and then you fire them. Fire a scout. And now my budget is 23 million. I'll do it one more time to get sub 20 million. And then I'll do my youth academy signing and those kind of things. That way I'm starting off at a reasonable area. So again, let's go into our scouts. Those 2 combined are about 4 million. So fire a scout. So what that means is I'm starting the season off with about an $18 million budget, which I think is fair. I will now hire our first youth academy scout. We'll just do a 5-star out of Argentina. Why not? And the first thing we'll do is we'll send him out to Canada, and we'll do any player. Let's just find whatever we can this time around in Canada, build up a nice, strong crop of young Canadian players to break into this Toronto FC team. Now, one more thing I'm going to do before we end. I did say I want to try and get Roberto Insigne on this team. We are going to scout Roberto Insigne. Let's see if we can bring him in. In 11 days, the scouting report will come back, and we'll see if we can bring him to his team to join his brother. I think a Insigne pairing at the top of the pitch will be fantastic. As you can see, our first game is about 4 weeks away on the 20th of January. Off camera, I will be doing all the training sessions and all simming up and all the administrative stuff to get me to that first game. And then I will play that first game over on twitch.tv/freestyle. And we'll get this career mode started. I'm super excited for it. Hopefully you are as well. If you can please like and subscribe to this video, as well as go over to twitch.tv/freestyle and follow me there and turn on the notification bells there so you're aware of when we go live. Thank you for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am about this career mode. I think this is a cool idea with a great story, and I'm really excited to get started. I will also be creating summary videos that will be posted here on this YouTube channel. So make sure to like, subscribe on this channel as well. Turn on that notification bell so that you are notified when those videos go live as well. If you can't catch a live stream, you can get the summary here. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to get started. See you next time. Peace.